Welcome to this podcast. Let's go!
Hello, ICC. Welcome, welcome.
He did that on purpose. All right, go. Shoo.
No, I'm not doing it again. Fuck off. Anyways, today we're gonna do a little something different. To the left of me, I don't have Mr. Bowdy anymore. I have Miss Grace.
Hello, beautiful people. We decided as a consensus that I do deserve my own camera. So here we are. It's your girl, Grace Annette. Big G, not the little one, Slip Hulk. You already know.
She had it. You added that grunt. That was new.
No, that's always been there.
The hood.
Yes.
Huh.
Talk to me nice.
That shit was not a consensus. I was not here for this. All right.
Yeah, she did
But
do it for
we
the past
all-
4 episodes.
Oh.
Agreed.
I don't remember that.
And to the left of me is...
Mr. Bowdy.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Now I gotta say it in third place. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird,
Oh,
man.
by the way, Lucci had to take your good morning, good evening, and good afternoon thing.
Did you say it?
I didn't take it.
But he said it at the very end, though.
Was it good though?
At the very end.
Did it roll off the tongue? Did it?
It
No.
didn't. No, it was
No.
very
I
forced.
I forgot everything you were saying. I was just remembering it, freestyling.
Again, it was also at the very end of the episode.
I can probably do it.
Well, thanks for all the love we receive every week. You know?
I said that for sure. Like,
Nah,
thank you
man.
for liking, subscribing.
Yeah, man. But obviously, I'm to my left. I have the wonderful Lucci.
Hi, I'm the wonderful Lucci.
Yeah, my God. I kept the
Hi, I'm the wonderful Lucci.
I kept it simple for you this week.
Kept
I
it
got
simple
you.
for you this weekend.
Shut the fuck up. Now you're gonna piss me off. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of
Yes,
Rebel
we
Rousing.
missed you. It was,
Damn, yo, I feel like I haven't been here in fucking forever. It was just 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's
I mean, you had a
crazy.
big job, so you had to take care of it.
Yeah. I was bench pressing.
By the way, I saw that
transmissions.
happen live.
Yeah.
He was not playing. He really does bench press the fucking transmission.
Talk to me fucking nice, bro. It's my witness, bro. I was and mind you, I was on the side road, like on a main road, yo. I was on the side of a main
Yeah,
road.
it's mad dangerous.
It got done though.
Yes, it
I
did.
wouldn't
Yeah.
say it was a main road.
Well, it was on the corner of the main road.
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, right by a spot. It probably shouldn't have been, but
Very
it got
true.
done. It got done.
You're a mechanic?
You know,
That was nice.
you know, I like to dabble from time to time.
Okay.
I like to figure out how things work, and
Yo,
it just the tism in me. The tism in me goes, damn, spark plugs.
you
I think I
have-
could do that, yo. No cap.
Do you have a shop? Or are you mobile? Or is like... Are you be on the go?
I
Or
just so
like,
happen to be the greatest mobile mechanic in the tri-state. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not-
Are you serious right now? Are you being dead ass?
That was good.
I
I love it. I love Grace. I love
think
Grace.
the switch up. That switch
I
up.
love
that
Grace.
has
Yeah, I
something
kind of
to
like
do
this.
with
I
it.
kind of like this. Yeah, I kind of like this.
Teamwork.
You're earning your camera. I'll give you that. All right.
Thank you.
Nah, man. Yeah. Follow me on IG, man. Greatest mobile mechanic in the tri-state.
This
No,
fucking
that's
guy.
not-
That's at the end of the episode.
No, I'm telling them right now and at the end, just so that during the episode they could,
That's not
when they
even
slide
your
up,
name.
we gonna go into the little corner because our episodes are so long, and then they can still watch us while they follow me on IG. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
No,
only
I
if you
want.
have YouTube Premium. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only.
That's only on YouTube Premium.
Yes.
You pay. You got YouTube Premium.
I have
guess
YouTube
fucking so.
Premium.
I didn't know I was paying for that shit.
I have not seen an ad in a very long time.
I definitely see ads. YouTube, we need to have a discussion because what the fuck is that about?
No.
No, it depends on the
fine.
video
It's okay.
because I don't know because I don't have premium and sometimes it goes to the corner.
Yeah, I think it depends on how long the video is.
Probably.
Because if I'm watching a music video,
Or it depends on the video. If it's like a Heimlich maneuver type of thing, I'm pretty sure that one needs to be. Because imagine getting
What a
an ad
Heimlich maneuver
before
type of
getting
thing.
like the Heimlich maneuver.
I don't think Apple goes that in depth with it.
Oh, I don't know.
You
What
think
is
so?
that?
A Heimlich removal? You want to see?
A choke? A
Yeah,
choke?
show him.
You wanna see?
Show him.
No, I don't want to get choked out. I'm good.
I got you.
It's basically when somebody's
I'm
choking.
YouTube certified, bro.
I'm fine.
You ready?
No. You ready? Bro, back the fuck up.
So basically, it's when somebody's choking, you squeeze them so they can.
Yeah, bro. It's just a nice hug.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
They free.
No.
It's
free.
It's basically butt to groan, squeezing to
You
remove
want to feel
the.
my butt?
No, that's how.
That's what you're saying? Take me out to dinner first, bucko.
Yeah. Name a restaurant, Buck.
He'll take a 4 for 4.
Wait, guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Lucci got his hair.
Did you?
Lucci cut his hair.
No shit. I didn't even peep.
What
Bro,
happened?
I promise you, I didn't even fucking. Dude, you cut your hair, dog?
No.
This man was
What
outside
happened
with.
was
I
woke
pulled up.
like this.
This man was outside with him already for like a solid 5 minutes. I know. I pull up and I'm literally like, oh my God, que cosita más linda. He cut his hair off. And he literally.
Oh shit, we're on camera.
I can't
Shut the
stand
fuck up,
any of it.
yo. He's stupid.
I
Yo.
literally cannot stand
You were
any of
saying
it.
though we were outside.
Yes, and you were smoking with him for how long before
Excuse
you
me?
realized?
I wasn't doing anything of the sorts.
Oh, no, you weren't.
Absolutely.
vape, tú y tú sigues con esta juca y el vape y los tatuajes y esto y los otros y tú sigues en la calle.
Yeah, this.
Tú no llegas a la casa.
I feel attacked.
Eso uno sigue y sigue y
Oh, did you
sigue.
guys hear that voice? Did you guys hear that voice? My guy.
I was gonna say be careful because there's like ice raids going on. If they hear that shit,
Ice.
Who are they picking up? Me?
Yo, it's funny. I was talking to my friends about this earlier. They deport me. I'm going to Florida.
They
be
can't
allowed
deport
to
me
stay.
far.
What happened?
They'll just deport me the next town.
That's the joke. All the Puerto Ricans are at Kissimmee.
Are they?
Yes.
Yes, bro.
I thought
I
it was
thought they were in Puerto
Kissimmee.
Rico.
no, it's Kissimmee.
Nah,
Kissimmee?
they're gentrifying the place.
Kissimmee.
Yo, can we talk about that, dude? The coquille situation in Puerto Rico?
So
Yeah.
if you actually looked up on it, because I'm a nerd when it comes to cookies, because cookies are my favorite thing.
You like cookies?
Cookie, motherfucker.
You're pregnant?
Anyways, so the guy corrected himself in the third video that he posted. He said that he overheard, so he's not 100% sure if the tourists are actually killing the cookies or if anybody is actually killing the cookies.
Imagine starting an online phenomena over just like something you overheard by accident.
I don't even know what's
Yeah, what do you
happening.
think happened with Paul
And you don't know what's going on? There was a dude that he made a video on TikTok basically saying that like all the tourists are killing all the coquilles in Puerto Rico. They're tired of like hearing the noises at night. It's annoying and all that shit.
And that people are losing their jobs if they're not killing the cookies because of
Yeah.
what the tourists are saying and stuff like that. So I dug deep and I went onto his social media to make sure, like, because there's always follow-ups with videos like that. So he posted up a second one saying, oh my God, thank you for spreading the words, blah, 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 blah. And then the third one he posted, he goes, I didn't think of going viral. And he goes, I want to just clarify that this is something that I overheard and I don't know if this is actually truly happening.
You see that? Private investigator CC, dog. PICC, yo. PIC. Pick. We're going to start calling
Now
her
we
Pick.
need that though, because the way that information like travels on the internet, like
Yeah.
we could have had a mass uproar of like fuck the tourists in Puerto Rico. What do you mean you're killing the coquilles? But like I'm glad that there's
Yo,
a
let me ask you
little bit
guys.
of clarification.
Let me ask you guys a serious question. Do you guys think you would be in the position you are today without the internet?
No,
No.
like
Wait, hold on. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Just in general, like, do you think where you are in life, you would have been able to get to where you're at
Yes.
without just the internet?
Yes.
yes
think
and
so?
no.
Yes.
Like I have like my main job I got through like Indeed, but like everything else is like word of mouth and like based off of
Well,
just
yeah,
conversation.
if you're talking about like that aspect, then yes, then I would obviously need the internet. For
But
that.
also, I wouldn't be as like I wouldn't know so many like little tips and tricks and like
Yeah, but do you guys
Like
believe
facts
that
and
that
stuff
like
like that.
internet in general has made a huge impact?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you know in just 3 years, 4 years, don't quote me correctly. I read something that within 3 years, AI has literally changed the entire system of how people work.
Chat GPT is gonna be the best man at my wedding. I promise you.
ChatGPT is scary.
Do you guys?
That's my
Google,
dog.
Or do you guys?
That's my dog.
chat?
Huh?
I use both, depending.
Nah, I was using Google first, but like my boy Chat just hasn't let me down so far. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm Google.
But that's what I mean. They said in the last 3 years, AI has significantly enhanced everything in the past 3 years.
I'm scared to ask Chat like the serious questions, like, "Hey, do you plan on like taking over the world someday or something like that?" Like,
No, there was something that happened recently. So they do tests on AI to kind of ask it to turn itself off. For the first time, I think it was this last week or the week before, it refused to turn itself off.
Yep.
So that's pretty scary.
the last week was the first time Chat refused to turn itself off.
Well,
Yeah.
a new iteration of ChatGPT.
You guys watched iRobot, right?
No,
Yes.
you guys
Okay.
watched Terminator?
Mhm.
Mm.
you think you guys would be able to survive the apocalypse?
The apocalypse of the
Oh.
AIs?
No, I am offing myself as soon as I'm not even gonna say all the food runs out.
You're
probably
weak.
Till all the
No, I'm
weed runs out, honestly.
You're
and
weak.
then after that, I'm gone.
Weak.
I'm not surviving. Pake. Literally for what?
To live.
Yeah, you're
So I
right.
can be smelly and gross and walk around probably with infections and looking crazy. My hair ain't getting done. That's a fact.
Your best friend's a fucking mannequin from Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Like if there was I don't even want to think about that because my brainstorm, I go 10 feet ahead than I should. I'll go crazy. I will legit go crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
doing all the drugs I can get my hands
I'm
on.
surviving
Drinking
until
all
I
the
can't
liquor that I
survive no
can.
more.
I'm smoking everything
What'd you
that I can.
Huh?
Hold on, what'd you say?
I said I'm surviving until I can't survive no more.
Yeah, no
Until my
cap.
little heart
No
can't
cap.
take it.
I think it's gonna be Walking Dead out
Yeah,
there, bro. I'm outside.
Yeah, no.
So
No,
out of
that's not
all the
happening.
post-apocalyptic scenarios that could exist in like the movies, which one do you think you'd survive?
I Am Legend.
None of them.
I don't know, bro.
I think I would make it to the place.
Yeah,
You think so? I think yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd probably survive.
I'm a
the
friendly
Handmaid's
guy.
Tale.
What is
I can relate
happening
to
right now?
people.
Motherfuckers call me.
Crazy.
Anyway.
Wait, what did you say?
I said I'm a friendly guy.
That's not gonna help you in post-apocalyptic. They'll take
to
advantage
get
of
in.
you. No,
To get in.
To get in what?
Huh?
Oh, for
Dude, you're talking to a guy that thinks he can. I can win the game of Survivor.
No, but
Like,
I'm saying.
Yo, this motherfucker's
Can
been
we
on this shit.
TMI real quick?
Yo,
Can
this
we, like-
motherfucker's been on Survivor for weeks,
Bro, what are you
dog.
talking
Can we
about, bro?
TMI just real quick? There's like not even TMI, but it's like a dark place really quick. Think about just like how dirty you gonna be during the apocalypse. You know you're
That's
not
what the fuck you
washing
worried
your
about?
ass the way
Bro.
that you're supposed. Yes, because not even but like yeast infections are a concern of mine, and you're not telling me that I'm gonna be walking
Yo,
around out here
facts.
in a post-apocalyptic world, and I gotta try to now trek for some monostat. That's not happening, bro.
Expired ones.
Expired fucking monostat, some cranberry
You know what you should
pills.
do? You
I'm
should-
like looking for coconut water.
what you should do?
No,
I'm
bro,
watching-
that's not happening.
I'm watching this anime right now. That's called Dr. Stone.
I
Yo.
love Dr.
Yeah.
Stone.
Yo.
Sorry.
That's what she
I
said.
mess
like
with
that.
it. I like it.
What? Yeah, man. He shows.
And how
he
they
wakes up in a stone world.
and how he wakes up people from
yeah,
the front.
and
Yo,
he's trying to wake up everybody.
it's wild.
Okay, I have to tap in on that.
And he's a scientist, but he's
Wild.
trying to build like a kingdom of science. That's
And
his
how
whole
he
thing.
overthrown that little village
Huh?
with his science.
Maybe or maybe not.
What episode are you on?
I'm far.
So then you know what the fuck I'm talking about because
I
it's
know.
in season 1.
I know.
Why you always trying to beat the shit out of somebody,
No,
bro? You
this
got
is-
pregnant
this
and
is-
you
I just
got
don't wanna
aggressive,
spoil-
yo.
I just don't wanna spoil it for
Zen
everybody else.
pin.
Your
My
Zen pin?
Yes.
Zen pin.
when she holds
I
it
like
like
that.
that, she's just envisioning like rocking the
You should
shit
like
out
you
of
should,
y'all
you
with
should sell
it.
those. You should sell those.
I already
Zen
have
pins?
one, so no, thank you.
So that one is worth a
Why
Why
lot
would
of money.
we sell bowling pins?
Why
They're
wouldn't
not
you? Yo,
bowling
there's a
pins.
business for
They're
everything,
not
right?
bowling pins. They're Zen pins.
Yo, don't be coming for my boy.
Pins.
All right, I got your back. I got
They're
your back.
Zen pins.
You're not making sense, but I got your back. I got my boy.
I will
all right?
blindly
I got
follow
my
you.
boy.
I really don't understand it. But it's
He's
really,
just saying it's a Zen pin. It's not a bowling pin.
it's a Zen pin. But you can really sell that. I could sell a microphone and call it a calming microphone.
Honestly,
No, absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. I get what you're
People
saying.
be like, wow.
Anything's a business plan, realistically.
True, but a Zen pin kind of low key sounds like some sort of sexual toy.
No, it does not. It
Listen,
sounds like
whatever you do after you buy it is on you.
that. Yeah, bro.
I don't care.
It does have a rounded dome.
Whatever you do after you buy it is on you.
It has a lot of
You
signs.
could stretch
Ready?
it. There are people
Ready?
who do. The
Use-
asshole
There's
is.
people
it
that
is
do
a
it this
muscle.
side.
It's all right.
That's
We're
what I'm
gonna
saying, the asshole is a
we're gonna
Use that.
muscle.
we're gonna
that
sell
and-
it with a waiver that you can't call us after you buy it. That's it.
Use that as a prompt. You got 20 seconds. Come up with like funny goes. Go.
Goes
20.
What are
19.
you talking about? I'm so scared. Put it in
Grace, can
small
you turn
size
on
first.
the
Yo,
light?
my-
And then once you
Yo.
stretch yourself out appropriately, then you switch it over and you do the other side. Once you've reached the thickness of the other side, you can just go ahead and pull it out and maybe like
What are we
stuff
talking about
an
here?
actual bowling ball in there. But just make sure
What are you stuffing
that
in?
the
What?
ball, like the fingers are like outward so that we can pull it back out.
No, so
Are you talking about your butthole?
What
Yes.
the fuck?
Come on, Grace, why? Grace,
gave me 20 seconds
I think at some point we
I
really have to
didn't.
talk. No, I said a prompt like You can use this for bowling. You can use this for. But what the fuck was that?
He said a prompt and she tried to traumatize him, yo.
That's like a salt shaker. You know, things like that. What was
Honestly,
that?
that was very sound advice
bro,
because
te
truly,
pasaste.
you should not just try to stretch your
That was
asshole. Then you get un
crazy.
tiro. You know what I mean? You
Crazy.
need to gradually. It's a muscle.
It's like a gauge. You have to.
Exactly.
It's like a gauge. You have to gauge
It's
it.
one gauge, 2 gauge, 3 gauge,
What?
bowling ball.
That's crazy. That is like. I don't even think there's a dick
Yo.
that big to do that.
Yo.
Yeah, that'd be a big ass hole.
Yeah, it would
That's
be a big ass
crazy.
hole.
Imagine that fart, bro.
Grace never has to wipe her ass again.
Ever.
That shit slides out.
Ever.
She pops the squat, it's out.
Yeah, bro. Colonoscopy, yo. Doctor in there with a flashlight, yo.
I'm gonna need more than one finger.
It'd be like this, like,
Oh, man,
hold
yo.
on.
Oh my god.
I don't. You
That
lost
hospital
me.
visit is gonna be insane. Yo.
That
It's a
y'all
double wide
are
track.
really wilding right now because y'all really lost me. That's really crazy. Y'all talking
We
crazy right now.
hold on. We lost you, motherfucker.
lost
We lost you, my
Y'all
nigga.
lost me, bro. Y'all talking crazy right now. My
Gang.
asshole.
Gang,
Gang, you was
Absolutely
talking
not.
about bowling balls and buttholes 3 seconds ago. I don't
But
want none of that.
not my personal
I just
asshole.
realized there's
Oh,
like
my
two,
fault,
there's like
my
two
fault.
episodes
In a
straight
row.
that you were talking about your asshole.
No, because I didn't talk about it in the last one. It was one before that.
You know
The one
what'd
that
be
just
funny?
dropped.
You know what would be a funny edit for this episode? If every time we say the word asshole is beeped out,
I mean,
that's a lot of editing.
Pretty sure you
Sorry.
have to.
or if you put a
Shabuti
little
said shot
fart,
not.
Huh?
or you put a little fart every time somebody says asshole. It's like,
Yeah.
In the back, only somebody gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people gonna catch that shit. You know, like,
So if you stretch your and then you put the volleyball up your
oh my god, yo, my farmer's tan is actually kind of embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie,
I
bro.
told you, bro,
I keep
you
looking
are
at
white.
myself, yo, and
You
I'm
are
really like, I'm
ghostly.
4 different shades, bro. Like this is fucking ridiculous,
Is
bro.
it a farmer's tan if you're a mechanic?
You know what? That's actually a really
That's a
good
good- that's a-
question.
that's a good
That's
question.
that's a valid one.
Yeah, I think it's just called the farmer's tan because of the shirt, though.
Yeah.
Because a lot of farmers, it's
Yeah.
typically a farmer thing.
so what's a
Sure.
tan?
It's a cow farm.
Farmers were.
There's gonna be cows outside.
Oh, that's true. Farmers wear overalls.
Yeah, absolutely, but they still wear the
Are
fucking.
those
they got the-
overalls?
No.
Is that, okay.
I just love how he goes from cut my life into pieces.
Oh, Grace, eat a dick. Oh my god, I hate it here, yo. Yo, can I borrow your Zen pin, please? Oh man, bro.
Yeah, I actually think I like this.
Yeah, bro. Jesus Christ.
I told you the Zen pins are.
Who gave her a camera, bro?
You know, I really turn on when the camera's just on me. Like,
I see it. I see it. I see
I
it.
do like to put on a show. I do like to put on a show.
Oh man, I don't even know what the fuck to say after that, yo. Just
Well, I found the statistics for how many people go to the ER for things stuck in their rectum.
in
A
their rectum.
lot, and especially during Christmas time. During the holidays is the heightened time in which people enter, because you have to think about it: ornaments, Christmas trees, nutcrackers, fairies.
She was a fairy.
Yeah.
Her name was Jerry.
My name is Jerry.
You know what's? This is completely off.
Topic.
I thank God because I'm tired of talking about her butt.
Yeah. This is how. This is how I'm gonna.
Not my butt.
This is
I
how we
just wanna-
transition it from buttholes and bowling balls.
Disclaimer: it wasn't my asshole.
There was something
no.
that I was just watching, like yesterday or the day before. I was watching the episode that just dropped. Right, we were talking about prenups. Right.
Yes.
I had a question because we didn't really get into this part. How would you guys feel if the shoe was on the other foot? Like
do
if
you
you
mean?
guys went into your relationship where
And they asked.
no, there was never a prenup to begin with. Now you supported this person since they was low, whatever, shit like that. Now they blow up, they rich and famous, and then they want to hit you with a post up or something like that. How do you guys feel about that?
It would all be about like how it was approached.
Yeah.
Because if you approaching to me after we had an argument,
Boom, you at Starbucks and a lawyer
Hell
comes up
no.
to me, you've been served.
hell no. Not because that's a whole different situation.
Divorce right after that.
Absolutely,
I'll probably
absolutely.
wake you up in the
Plus,
morning
you wouldn't
with
get
some breakfast,
served with a post
and then I'll be like, so...
screaming. No, you wouldn't be
You
served
ever had a
with
posting up with eggs?
a post-nuptial isn't something that you would be served with.
You would have to tell them and
Like you
talk
would
to them about
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
you would
that's what I'm
definitely have to. It would be like a mediation situation. Like you need to sit with the lawyers and everything and like sign it and like get it notarized and make sure that like you know
Both
you're
parties
of
understand.
sound in
Like-
mind
Yeah,
when you
both
are signing
parties. Yeah,
everything.
Okay.
both parties understand.
I would be okay with it. Again, it would just have to be about like conversation. It'd be like, hey, babe, like we're at a point where finances are being split like this. This is what's happening. This is a trajectory that I'm potentially seeing myself in, and I just want to protect myself or whatever. However they verb it, it just really like depends on how they approach.
Now, if they were a
me with it.
daycare, no, fuck that.
Oh,
now,
no.
now, you guys won't feel some kind of way because he's basically looking at it like, oh, why would you be thinking about if we break up or some shit?
No, because you never know. You never know.
Big facts. Also, because I would be smart about it. Like, if you're gonna, if you tell me like right now, we've been together for a minute, you're telling me right now that you want to post nut, bet cool, but we're gonna get that shit like redone in 5 years. So if we don't break up in 5 years, we're redoing this post nuptial because I'm gonna get more money. Or we're gonna do a situation where like the more time that I spend with, like we're gonna do it, but like the more time I'm with you, the
The
more money
contract,
that I
basically,
get.
the
Yeah,
contract,
yeah.
which
Oh,
a lot of
there'll be
people.
negotiations within that
If that's
contract,
the point,
isn't
I'm breaking up with you right here and now.
Well, but
What are
then
you
at that
talking
point,
about?
but at that point, if you're breaking up with no prenuptial or no prenup or anything like that, then she takes more than half, and you're fucked either way.
Yeah.
So-
More than half.
Because there's no paperwork.
Because welcome to the fucking justice system, bro.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, whoever came up with the law of alimony was definitely getting his dick sucked under that table that day. 100%.
No, but I
he was the
agree
one that got
because
divorced, and he was so upset.
because a lot of people, especially people with the higher up in corporates and celebrities and shit like that, if I'm not mistaken, I think Janet Jackson did that with her billionaire husband. Every 2 years they redid their prenuptial because in the prenup,
That's me.
Damn, CC.
right? And the baby dropped. The baby dropped.
Oh, whoa. It's a little early.
Cut it!
Scene.
In the prenup, he told her that he wanted a child, he wanted an heir, and he'll give her $5 million. And every 2 years after that, if they stay together, he'll up that $5 million to whatever amount that was negotiated to,
So he told Janet Jackson, I'll give you $5 million to let me clap cheeks and get you pregnant.
and stay with him for 5 years.
Yo, you giving Janet Jackson $5 million to clap
No.
cheeks? No? All right, cool. That answered my
But
question.
after that, she divorced him after 5 years. She didn't
Yeah,
want
exactly.
to. But
Whatever you said,
again, if they wanted to
She
stay
got her $5
together
million and dipped.
and a child.
Oh, never mind.
Excuse me. And so if they stayed together, obviously they were going to revisit that prenup and change.
So you
it.
wouldn't feel some kind of way about it if he just told you?
not
But
necessarily.
again, like, what if he's just coming up to you one day and says, like, what if the communication starts with literally him just having the paper ready and saying, hey, like, this is the route that I feel like taking.
If that
It's not gonna hit you with that, like.
no, because I'm gonna be questioning, like, what's this for? Like, I'm gonna ask questions because it's at the end of the day, you're coming up to me as an adult. At that point, the way I see life in general, like it's a partnership. You're gonna live your life. I'm gonna live my life. You're gonna live your life, regardless if we're married, together, domestic, whatever the fucking case may be. But it doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop you from doing what you got to do. You know what I mean? And I've always been that person. So if for some reason you hit the lottery and we're not married, or we are married, whatever the fucking case may be, and you want to protect yourself, I'm gonna support you because at the end of the day, I went into this for you and not your money.
No, she signed for 5 years. She
For
signed
100 million.
5 years.
Also,
That's crazy,
realistically
like a
speaking,
basketball team.
realistically speaking, for me, like,
He
there's no way
he
that-
really picked up Janet Jackson.
Yeah, but
he really scouted her. All right.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, sorry, it was 100 million. I was off by the dollar amount. But that's basically what it is.
100 million.
No, if the
so
parties stayed
like there were
married.
some stuff that it was in the prenup that she would only get the money. I think it was like 43% of his worth if they stayed married for at least 5 years. And so because she made it to the 5-year mark, she got that money.
Damn, that
Yeah.
5 year
No, but
one
that's
day. She
crazy,
said,
though.
buddy.
But that's
Man,
what
voy
I'm saying.
pa'l carajo, bye.
But that's what I'm saying. But then obviously at that point you can renegotiate if you want to stay with that. If you actually fall in love with the person and so forth.
Yeah.
You
Actually
can.
fall in love. We should have been in love
no,
before we got
bro.
fucking married. What
Big
do you mean?
facts.
No, big facts. No,
Shit.
agreed.
Yeah, no.
Big facts. But unfortunately, situations like this.
Oh,
You know, me personally, if they came at me out of the blue with it, I would absolutely feel some type of way about it because what the fuck. But then also the type of person that I am, that there's no way that would come out of the blue because like I know that my partner would feel comfortable enough with me that like even as soon as he started thinking about it, like they'd like, hey Grace, like by the way, like I've been talking to my lawyer and like we're actually like, you know, as the finance again, however you present, because there's a way that you can present it where I'm like, you know. I get it. You've been letting me live lavish. I ain't gonna, you know, I'm not working. I'm not da-da-da. You know, or you're financing literally everything that I'm doing. Then I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, because at that point, I'm also a part of your business. Like, I'm a liability. Like, I'm obviously taking so much out of your budget and out of your money that, like, you know, your lawyer is literally like, hey, yo, like, you know,
She's
if you're
fucking the
not with
boss.
her no more, like, this might be an issue.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
But-
You have businesses under her name. You got this, you got that, da-da-da. Then.
Yes.
But that's also like very big money talk. Like, you know, if
But-
you're making like 100K and you hit me with a post nub, I'm be like, boy.
Bro, my boy made 36K last year and hit her with yo, so this is all mine. I just want you to know that.
I'm like, okay,
Alright.
keep it.
All that debt that we in, that's mine too. Keep it.
Yep, absolutely. Keep that too.
But unfortunately, there's not a lot of females like myself and Grace where we'll have the understanding of that because there is females that will fucking go and flip the fuck out and be like, yo, what the fuck you mean? You just da-da-da-da, whatever you got is mine, so forth and so on. There's females out there that they just
There was that one girl that married that soccer player. That like 2 weeks after
That
they
he
got
put everything under
he
his
put
mom's
everything
name.
under his mom's name. Yeah, as soon as they got married, she
Yes.
divorced him and found out he had
nothing.
nothing. Yo,
Yes.
she was
Nothing was under
tight
his
and she
name.
got exposed.
And
though.
but the thing is, she had to pay him.
Yeah, because he was technically broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he technically looked at, I'm in poverty. My mom takes care of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he had like all his earnings and all of his estates under his mother's name. He was just her worker.
Yo, your wife starts making $500,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
You becoming a house husband?
Yes. I was just talking to Carlos about this today.
Bruh, my wife coming home to me in lingerie at night. Shit, 500,000 shit. Talk to me nice.
Wait,
I'll
who
be-
you,
I'll be a
you'll
toast-
be a
I'll toast
lingerie or
husband.
she'll be a lingerie?
I'll be in some lingerie. She paying all the fucking bills. Just stop playing with me.
So it's crazy because I asked my man that. I was like, yo, what if I was the bread maker and you were a
Maker or breadwinner?
whatever.
She's technically a bread maker too, and she got butter in the oven right now. You know what I'm saying?
Sourdough. Whole
Whatever, the breadwinner. Like I was like, would you ever be a stay-at-home dad? He looked at me, he goes, fuck no. And I said, why? He goes, I can't stay home. I'll go crazy.
Nah, I'll have a couple
Nah.
hobbies. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? I'll
'cause-
definitely have some fucking hobbies.
I watch wrestling.
He's the type of person that he has to work. Like he has to work.
Nah, me
No,
too.
he
That's why I'm
doesn't
gonna have
have
hobbies.
to work. He needs to do things.
Yeah.
People, I hate people who be saying that shit. No offense, but I'm just like, you don't need to work. Nobody needs to work. If you have the need to work, you really just want to be doing shit. You
No,
will
there's people that like
entertain-
to be told what to do.
pull up
Frisky.
with your bank account.
Oh, Grace.
Slide
Oh,
through my
God.
DMs with your bank account info. I can help you out.
That's
Nah, but
is that like advertising at this point?
I'm
mean-
speechless because I feel like she's serious, but I don't know if she's joking.
Just for funsies, I'll throw in an ad. I'll put something like a lower thirds. Like
hit up a little hashtag paypig. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on
the
me.
fuck is a
What?
I feel like Grace would definitely be a sugar baby.
What's up?
No, I
Absolutely.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag sugar baby. Hashtag paypig. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
paypig?
Pull
Hey,
up.
what
The
the
fuck is a pay pig?
Are guys that just give girls money for non-sexual interactions. And
That
What do you mean? Wait,
Did
what does
not
that
even
mean?
know that was a
What
thing.
so
is
it's literally like I could like if I, like pay pigs are people with enough money that they just want to be told what to do with their money, and like I can literally be like, y'all woke up, send me $1,000, and like he'll just send me $1,000.
Interesting. Now, are there females that are looking for males?
What kind of
have-
departments are there?
Because if so, that sounds like a lucrative business.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like sugar mamas, I feel like want a little bit more out of their sugar
I'll
make them
boys
laugh.
than
Yeah, they
sugar
definitely want
daddies.
sugar, yo. They definitely want
I'll
sugar.
make them laugh.
Yeah, and you gotta rub her feet, you know.
I'll rub her feet.
Rub her back.
Yeah, she'll
Lick
buy,
a toe.
yo, she'll buy you everything
Facts.
though.
Look a toe, maybe
Yeah,
the
she'll
butthole.
buy you
Catch
everything.
it real
I don't know
quick.
You, shawty. I can't lick your butthole.
She'll get you two infinities.
You gonna be singing another.
Yeah, it sounds good, all right.
You gonna be singing another tune when she hit you with a $3K a month allowance.
$3K a month.
That's nothing.
And that's on the
Well,
lower side.
That's a whole
True.
lot. That's a whole lot that I got.
I'm cracking some 65-year-old cheeks. She better be paying me $3K a week. Fuck is you talking about?
She better list me as a dependent on it.
You ever watch those videos on YouTube where it's people like it's like a group of people for like, oh, what's the odd one out or whatever the case may be, like
Imposter.
it's something like it, but it's like just like all sugar babies or all females,
Yes,
and who's
yes,
the
yes,
male,
yes,
whatever
yes.
the case may be.
It's like a glass dome.
Yeah. So in one of the episodes that I saw, it was all about sugar babies, and it was basically trying to figure out who on the least spectrum of the income of a sugar baby to the most expensive sugar baby. The lowest that was on that episode was $5,000 a month, and then the girl who was getting paid the most was at $100K per month
Dude.
as
she
a
was going
sugar
above-
baby.
To show some
going
titties
above
to an
and
old
beyond.
dude, bro.
But she was probably going
It's
above
not
and
even
beyond.
that, because it truly like at that point, like it really is like
Companionship.
100. Yeah,
You
it's
sound like you're talking from
companionship.
experience, huh?
It's not from experience. It's just from research, because I
Bro.
clearly have researched trying to become a sugar baby and whatnot, especially like when it became like really
I
popular.
think
on Tumblr
every
and
female
everything.
at one point has done that.
Yeah, absolutely. I went really
What
hard.
does that
and
research entail? Like, what do you look up?
How to be a sugar baby.
Then, because there's a lot of like YouTube videos on it. There's a lot of articles on it and stuff like that.
But there's
I
also a lot
was-
of cons. You gotta be careful.
Yeah,
There's
no.
a lot of cons that way.
But
Bro, there's
I
literally
was a-
websites for that shit, bro. It's like dating apps, bro. That
I
be my
like
sugar
to-
baby.
Yeah, no
Imagine you
facts.
go on
I like to
Craigslist.
joke that like I was low key like a Splenda baby for a little bit. Like he wasn't really giving me like sugar, but like I got my little gifts. There were like little trips. There was this and that, da da da. So I was like, he wasn't paying no bills, but I was getting like,
She said a Splenda
Yo,
baby.
so-
Yeah,
So
because it's not,
yes.
like because a sugar baby is somebody who like you're like they're really paying their bills type situation.
Oh, you ruined the camera. You ruined the camera.
Sorry, guys. I needed water. Jerry got me water.
An actual sugar baby is typically somebody who gets like a monthly allowance, weekly allowance, whatever the case may be. A Splenda baby typically either gets like a smaller allowance or doesn't get an allowance at all, but like will
You
get
get
like a lot
shower
of gifts
gifts and
stuff
shit
like
like
that. So I would go out with this guy like once a week or something like that, and every time I'd pull up, like he'd have like a gift for me. Like I got a Kate Spade bag. I got some Tory Burch sandals. I got an Apple Watch. It was cute. It was like a. We went out to eat to like expensive, nice restaurants. We were eating steaks. I was drinking wine.
And all he wanted was some sugar. That's it.
Literally,
Naps.
not even some sugar. He wanted some
He
Splenda.
wanted
We didn't
sugar
even get that
substitute.
far.
That's what
We wanted some Splenda.
But there is some guys
My boy
that
just needed
just
a
want
friend.
the company. They just want the company.
It really
That's
was
crazy.
mostly. It was
Nah.
mostly that. Like he
Nah.
worked a lot, so
If
he was
there's
like,
any
I can't.
females
I don't
that
have
just
time.
want the company,
He didn't have the time to
I'm a
like have
good
like a
friend.
full blown relationship, and he had just gotten out of like a long term relationship. So he was like, I just want to spend like time with somebody. Da da da. Like you're beautiful.
Dude, there's a whole industry in Japan about that.
Yeah. There's-
So like
It's-
you just rent a
Oh
friend.
man, speaking of Japan,
Worldwide.
bro, a buddy of mine just went to Japan last week. Shout out Kelvin. Yo, by himself. He just one day just said, I'm gonna fucking do it.
That's lit.
Yo, one day just started sending me mad pictures. Hey bro, I'm in Tokyo. Come visit me. What
Yeah,
the
like
fuck?
I got that type of.
Yeah, right. He was over there for like 2 weeks.
That's
Started,
lit.
yo, had the time of his fucking life, dude. Sent mad pictures and videos. What's the farthest you ever been on a plane?
you said that already.
Did I talk to Grace about that though? Okay, I
No,
talked to you guys about
you
that.
definitely haven't asked me that.
Yeah.
London is probably the farthest. I've
Get the
been.
fuck out of here. That's where you got your accent from?
Yes, it is actually.
Jerry!
I didn't know you guys were gonna catch it
Yeah.
and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I came over here when I was a bit young, you know what I'm saying? I was a wee lad when I came over.
Oh, we lads.
It was really crazy to like, it was just like shell shock, really, truly, when I came over.
Yo, Jerry! You saw Jerry?
It was really jarring, like kind of spun me when I came, and I laughed. and everything.
Jerry's SNS is definitely
It was
coming up.
really-
My fucking headphones, everything.
My boy Jerry make this spazzing right now. yo.
Pardon, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really mean to do that to you.
Was London lit?
It was absolutely lit. I had a great time. The food truly was not anything great. The food in the UK is trash. I'm so sorry. I need to just pull back real quick. The food in the UK is absolutely trash, and this is my theory. Because the British Museum has so many stolen artifacts and lost artifacts that they will not give back to the native people who it belongs to. all the food is devoid of all soul and everything. Bro, they took full buildings. There's old ancient Egyptian buildings. They just took the whole shit. They literally were like, I want it.
It's crazy.
And bro,
Yeah.
it literally spin.
We have that in America as well, though. We have the Smithsonian.
But
Yeah.
the British Museum is on a different level, bro. Like you specifically would lose your shit in there. When I'm telling you, they took books,
of the tism.
insects, taxidermy. Yeah, big facts. Your tism would go fucking crazy, bro. They took bones, they took artifacts, they took prehistoric things. They like when I'm telling you, like it is from top to bottom just stolen artifacts from left and fucking right, bro.
I'd get lost in there.
And they literally and this is the thing that really pissed me off. So number one, not only have they taken a whole bunch of shit from like their colonization days, they lost a bunch of shit also. So there's like they have so much jewels and pure gold from India that they've literally like India keeps us like, yo, bro, give us our shit back. So much so that the UK British they literally signed their own bill that literally said, oh, hey, by the way, like this stuff is just like so ancient and so prehistoric and like so special that like we actually can't give it back. So like we legally can't give it back to you. Even though we want to, we can't because like it's just too precious. Like we can't ship it back to you. And they've like lost so many artifacts. It's
That's
absolutely
crazy.
insane.
Yeah, that's fucking. But we got something like that in
They
America
have
too.
the whole
the
Rosetta
Jeffersonian.
Stone.
Because the
They have
Smithsonian?
the whole Rosetta Stone. The whole
Wait,
thing.
what's the
It's
Rosetta
literally
Stone?
right there. The Rosetta Stone is
it's a
one
big
of-
ass stone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the first
Oh
artifacts.
shit!
Yeah.
I would hope so.
If I'm not
Rosetta own
mistaken,
it?
the Rosetta Stone was one of the first artifacts that had it has like several different languages on there. So one of them is like Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Sumerian,
Yeah, it's
Sumerian
how they were able to.
Now-
And
my
it's like the
question
same
is-
text like repeated over, so they were able to use it to help translate a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah.
Now my question is, why is it called the Rosetta Stone?
That I don't know.
Because she
Fucking
said
yeah,
no.
some bitch named Rosetta found it. I don't know
I'm crying.
why. You were here for the episode with Zach. He told you how we come up with names for shit.
Oh, I'm looking up the Rosetta
Yeah.
Stone. Hold on.
But no, bro, it really is.
Yeah, the Cullinan.
But
the
the
food-
food,
If I'm not mistaken, the Cullinan is on the Queen's crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about that already. Yeah.
but truly, yes, the food is actually absolutely terrible in the UK. Do not recommend.
It's
Mhm.
the-
No, but like I was saying
They
about the
stole all the
Smithsonian though,
spices.
the Smithsonian actually
I
like
never used them.
They stole. I'm so sorry. I keep dropping my phone. They stole all the spices and didn't use
Never
a
used
single
them.
one. The only food that I had in the UK that I truly, truly enjoyed, and if I go back to London or like in the vicinity and like
Fish and chips.
no Nando's, it's like a Indian like they got this like peri peri chicken. It's actually very, very, very good. But that was the only food that I had that I was like, yo, this shit bangs.
Are you guys into national parks and shit?
She
Depends.
Kinda.
Oh, baby.
You guys ever been to the Grand Canyon?
No,
No,
my
but I
parents
want
have
to.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been.
You guys interested in the Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
They're saying that
oddly
used to
enough-
be the deepest part of where the water used to be.
They have an entire zone that we're forbidden from, like
Yeah.
the government controls, and we're not allowed.
Area 51.
No, that's an entire different.
City-
You're close,
that's
but no.
a different state.
Area
Yeah.
48.
Shut the fuck up. But no, there's an entire section that apparently some dudes were like, they were exploring, and like, it's like rumored that it has like ancient artifacts there that like goes back to way before how long we genuinely think human civilization really goes for. And like the Smithsonian and like the government took over that whole section of like the Grand Canyon. You're not allowed there. Like if they catch you there, you're seeing the black helicopters, the people pulling up on you, all that fun shit. Like Area 51. And it's a special section of the
Let's
Grand
go there.
Canyon. I'm
Now-
so down.
If we go, right,
Dressed in
can
all
we just
red.
play it off as we got lost?
Yes and no, but you're probably still going to jail.
Why I got lost?
You get lost in Area 51, you think you're not going to jail?
No, Area 51 has warning shots and everything, but down there, I'm pretty sure no.
No, they do
No,
have
they-
one. Like
yeah, I'm
they'll
pretty-
clearly warn
Yeah,
you.
there'll
when you're
there'll be
getting
signs that
close.
says Forbidden Zone.
Forbidden Zone.
Here's
and,
the
and
plan.
rocks
What?
on rocks in the canyon.
Absolutely. There'll be literally
Stay-
signs,
I think-
bro.
I think if we're
What if?
scared,
What
I'll
if?
still
Wait,
go in
wait,
there.
wait. What if we were skydiving and we ended up just
I'm not going skydiving.
Nope. Listen to me. Stay with me. We're gonna go. All of us infiltrate, right? But we're gonna wear like meat suits, like, but not like actual, but like suit, like a full body suit that's like meat colored, kind of, because it will blend in with the walls.
I don't
You know
think
how
that's
that shit's
the
like
meat.
red and
That's-
stuff.
that's
Like,
not the color
it
of meat.
is. It is. It is textured.
That's the color
and
of
there's,
clay.
Like,
And then we got to get eaten by the bobcats.
Yeah.
I was
There's
say,
bobcats?
Bro, it's a
Yes.
valley. It's a
I wanna
canyon.
go so bad.
Canyon. Yeah, it's a
But I'm
canyon.
just saying, like, what we go skydiving. We so happen to miss our spot.
You want to know why that won't work? Because they own the aerial space.
And you know why also won't work? 'Cause I
Isn't
won't
that
jump off
crazy
a
that you
plane.
can own aerial space?
Yeah.
You can't own
It's
my
like, hey,
space.
yo, I own this land piece
and the air
then
above
the air above it.
Everything right here is mine, man.
You can't be breathing it. $5.
Yeah, for real. No, that's actually really insane. Airspace in general is actually it.
That you
Yeah.
can own airspace is absolutely wild.
Yeah. Like that one website where you can put a name, like you can buy a star or some shit.
Bro, you literally took that shit out of my brain because I was like, yo, you know, you could also fucking DK own stars.
Get the fuck out of here,
You
yo.
cannot own no damn-
Yeah, I just
light-
want all of you. I just
no.
want everybody to know for $79.99, you're all getting the same picture and naming the same fucking star, bro.
Thank you, because
promise
you're
you.
literally owning light. You're not owning the star. That star is probably dead. Bro, you know how many millions
Yeah.
of light years?
Yeah.
No, when it's a nebula, it's dead. If it's still emitting light, it's still alive.
It's not about.
He
it's,
got a point.
I
it's
learned
not
that
a-
from
yeah.
Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
see?
you know how long till we
Wait,
see
no,
that
you
shit
just
in
broke
general?
my brain.
That's
Hold
true.
up.
That's true.
Yeah, bro, it takes
Yeah,
millions
wait,
of years,
yeah.
bro.
But
I
it
think
doesn't
we
matter.
just saw some shit blow up in the sky like a few months ago, and it was like from a star that was like from like 20 million years ago, some shit. Yeah, you gotta look it up. You gotta go. You gotta Google it. But
Wait,
it,
so
I don't know.
Oh, that's the shit that was going around the internet. And my brain was like, yo, what is this? It was flashing like blue and red and shit like that.
Wait, so if a star dies,
That happened.
it automatically goes out?
Yes.
No, it explodes.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like you're saying that like, oh, if we see the light, that the star is still alive.
Oh well, no, because it takes, like he said, it takes like millions and millions of years for the light photons to get here for us to
But
see it.
that's what I'm saying. That like you can purchase a star that is probably still like not
Oh,
alive
yeah.
currently because you're purchasing it while the light years are currently being seen by us.
That's a good point. Imagine though, like what's it called? You buy like a star and then you find out like next year that it blew up. Can you like claim like liability?
I'm my fucking money back, bro.
Yeah.
I think I spoke about this before, but one of my favorite episodes of that show, The Orville, I think is on Hulu or something like that. And the premise of the show is that they're like in a Earth ship that like goes around to find like other civilizations and stuff like that are like ready to be contacted and planets and whatnot. There's an episode in which they land in a planet that is based off of astrology, and they decided that like Aries and like Capricorns or whatever were like the worst astrological
They
sign
haven't
and
met
everything.
Geminis yet. That's the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also too, the reason why they decided that was because like their stars in the sky, specifically the Aries one, had blown up, and obviously how light years work. You know, when they saw that, they were like, "Oh my god, like that means that that's like a violent sign or whatever." So anybody born within that time got sent to like a concentration camp.
Imagine how fast that is, bro. One single light year. You're traveling at the speed of light for a year, bro.
And
That's wild.
yeah.
1 light year. And we got things that are like 60 million light years away that we have clear pictures of. But my fucking iPhone can't zoom that far in. It's insane. I don't understand the technology we got going on right now.
Do they have any apps? Because I know they have apps that like when you put into the sky that like tell you like the stars and like the.
constellations.
But it don't make no sense. It
But
don't
they
make no
don't
sense to
have
me.
ones that like will tell you like how old the fucking star is. Because I know they keep track of that shit.
How the
Well,
fuck
no.
do we know?
Yeah, no, they're estimating. It's all estimates. It's not
Even
like-
then, bro, how the fuck does NASA see shit that far?
Well, I don't
With
know
a
because ever
big-ass
since the James
telescope.
Webb telescope
With a
went up,
big ass telescope, bro.
A very, very powerful
big
telescope.
Y'all
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
look
yeah.
me in my face and say a big ass
My nigga,
telescope?
they have a space.
Oh yeah, that
space
Hubble
station up
telescope
there.
is
Yeah,
is
bro.
serious.
So the Hubble telescope is like damn near 50 something years old. It launched in the 70s. They just threw another one up like 5 years ago called the James Webb telescope. That one, it can see. It takes pictures
You
in
read
infrared.
shit about it.
Everybody knows
Yeah.
that.
No, hold on. I'm gonna show you
Elementary.
pictures. So there's this nebula called the Pillars of Life, bro. When it was taken by the Hubble Space Telescope, we saw it in like regular colors. When James Webb took it, they did infrared, ultraviolet, and some other shit, and it's colors that we can't even see. It's estimations of what the colors are.
See?
For once, I actually sound right. I mean, smart.
Did you go to 8th grade?
Did you go to 8th grade?
I don't want to hear none of that shit, man.
Space is
That's
so
like
Oh,
cool.
man.
I fucking
wish
love
I could
space.
be in
Bro,
space
how the fuck we know what the Milky Way
so
get?
bad.
Bro, how the fuck do we know?
Advanced
what the
technology.
Milky Way galaxy looks like. Ain't no Wi-Fi out there, bro.
What are you
I'm
talking
screaming.
How the fuck the pictures get back from
Bro,
Mars?
look at that.
All right, so look, so this is the picture of what it looked like.
Oh, the Mars rover's dying, by the way. Yo,
Yeah, so-
R.I.P. my
I
boy.
know, because that makes me
Yeah.
I literally cried.
No, he's dying, bro.
I know, like that actually made me
Yeah.
really emotional.
Yeah, he's really dying.
All right, so look, so this is the picture.
I wonder if
of
they're gonna get him back.
They can't.
This is-
not
so the
unless
one-
we get to Mars.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So the picture on the left is what was taken by the Hubble Space Telescope, and the one on the right is what was taken by James Webb. So you can see, like, and this is a composite picture. The one on the right, it's different light that was captured by different sensors to be able to capture this. And they pointed it in one section. They just left the camera there for.
What exactly is that?
This is the pillars of creation. So it's a star that blew up millions and millions of years ago, and this is all that's left.
Stuff like this really, like,
Intrigues
it really
me,
makes.
yeah.
Not only does it intrigue me, but literally makes my brain like explode because like
We're just
Like,
a little
there's
smudge
this.
of this.
there's this, and then forget the fact of all the life that has been on Earth. How long Earth has been a thing. The fact that our lives are like a bloop. Like if life was a movie, if the expansion of the Earth, if the time that Earth has been Earth was like a movie, we would be there for like 0.5 of a second. Our whole entire lives.
Yeah. Absolutely. They said that if like the entire like world happened in like 1 minute, we would be literally like a 0.5 of like
we
the
would
last
be
second
so
of like
insignificant. It is wild. And then we have to go to sleep and we wake up every day and we do things on this planet that are supposed to like mean something to somebody.
Oh, this is about to get
And
deep.
like, oh
I got a
my
question.
God, bro.
I got a
This
question,
shit
yo.
spins my brain so much because then we got 9 to 5s and taxes that like are
So-
fucking made up and money that's not even fucking real. It's literally a piece of paper.
So don't pay your student loans, is what Grace is saying.
Actually don't.
She said, die in
Actually-
debt.
But
Die in debt.
don't even die in debt. Realistically speaking, re-enroll yourself. The
right, wait,
smartest people.
She said double it or nothing, bro. What the fuck?
Not truly. People like the one of those like the smartest people that are continue to reach higher education and stuff like that. What they'll do is they'll get their bachelor's, they'll get their master's, they'll get their doctorate, and then they just keep enrolling themselves for associates and keep learning whatever the fuck they want. Because as long as you're enrolled in school, you don't
You have to pay
back.
tax. Yeah, you don't have to
So
pay.
if you just keep enrolling yourself until you die, bro.
My fault, Einstein. All right,
And you can,
shit.
and when you do it in associates, you can literally, you make your own fucking schedule. If you want to finish an associates in 2-3 years, whatever the case, take 1 class a semester, 2 classes. Like you can work that out with whatever system and whatever school it is that you're in.
This is why college is a business.
Bro, it literally
Yes.
is because before fucking Reagan, that shit was shit. That shit was fucking free.
Hold on, wait. Going back to what you were talking about, being so insignificant or whatever.
So
James Webb took a
Like,
picture.
how the fuck do we know that that's what the Milky Way
Hold on.
galaxy looks like?
So,
Like, we taking selfies that far out and sending that back?
I mean,
Bro, there's no Wi-Fi out there, bro.
No, but it works off of reflections. Maybe they take the light off of some other shit that bounce. So the Milky Way is moving so fucking fast across the universe.
I don't know if it's being sent back necessarily, or if it's that just like like they have access to the programming that is on the satellite.
So hold on. So I remember Zach. Well, it wasn't Zach. It was another Zach from my job. But he showed me the picture of the galaxy, and there's a galaxy that looks like a question mark.
Yes, I've seen it.
Uh,
It looks exactly like a question mark. I've seen it.
Hold on. Let me see. Yeah. So right here. So there's a
Yep.
galaxy that looks like a question mark, and that's the type of light that came through. And
wild.
yeah, it stumped people. But this little thing, in the grand scheme of things, we are kind of insignificant.
No, we
Oh,
are.
absolutely. We're-
not kind of. We are insignificant. Also, we only associate that with the question mark because we have fucking question marks. That is just a shape.
Dude, what, like
Like
a
we are
fucking...
associating.
Yeah.
It's a question mark. It means something. No, it fucking doesn't.
Imagine
they don't,
how small
they
an ant
do
is
not
compared
have.
to all of that.
They do not have question marks. How you know they got question marks in the question mark galaxy?
Oh, how do you know that's not a cry for help because of the question mark?
They up there going.
And they over there
and
talking
you're
about
fucking
anybody
talking about
else
a
out
fucking
there,
question
yo?
mark.
They probably did that on purpose to see if there's any other life out there.
In
That
fact, they were like, yo, One of my favorite South Park episodes is when they're like, "Oh, Earth is just like a reality TV show for like aliens and shit like that," and they just like be letting us fucking rock. Because like whenever like I get like really overwhelmed with life, like I kind of think about it like that. Because I'm like, first of all, my episodes fire. I know whoever the fuck is watching me is thoroughly entertained. Number one, and number two, and then I see shit like this, and I'm like, I know they're fucking with us. They literally made their shit like that on purpose because they were like, yo, the humans, they're gonna see this shit and they're gonna think that we're it's a question mark, and they're gonna be like, what is the world?
You're fucking I'm done with her, yo.
Yeah, it seems like she's about to cry.
Bro, I
I'm like,
checked
no,
out when she started going on a whole. When you said this is about to get emotional, I blocked everything out.
Screaming.
I looked at him like 4 times, and my boy said,
I'm gonna start laughing so hard I cry soon.
Yeah, I look.
But truly, it really spins my brain. Cause
Right,
you try
yeah.
so hard on a day-to-day fucking bit for what?
Mm-hmm.
You want to know something?
the fuck was that?
That was a crazy ass screech.
I had to look at my controls. I was like, yo, did something squeak on me?
Oh,
No,
Because
so
it's literally like for what?
like you want to know what I learned this week? Do you guys know who Henrietta Lacks is?
No.
No.
That's my cousin.
And- So Henrietta
Crying.
Lacks was this woman in the 50s that
No, you are saying. Sorry.
You about to piss her off.
No, because I love the oh my god, she has a book, Henrietta Lacks. That's who you're talking about.
Yes.
HeLa cells. She was a woman in 1940s.
She died 51.
In
So,
1951. Okay.
She died.
So she was a woman who had cervical cancer. Okay. And this was at a time when cervical cancer and cancer was treated by them literally putting like fucking like pure fucking uranium like inside of people.
Yeah, fucking
and,
you up somewhere
and fucking
else.
You up
Yeah.
somewhere else, basically,
Yeah.
right? She had cervical cancer. Obviously, to figure out that she had cervical cancer, they needed to do a biopsy, and they took her cells. They realized that her cells multiply and like copy themselves at an accelerated rate, so much so that they
discovered that they can live outside of her body.
and they can live outside of her body. And this was the first time that a biopsy was taken from a human where the cells remained live outside of the body for an extended period of time. Okay.
So what is she, like venom or some shit? Like,
No.
So they discovered that she had something called immortal cells.
Mm-hmm.
So
get the fuck out of
yeah.
here.
So they only discovered. So the sad thing about Henrietta Lacks is that she could only go to Johns Brown's University or Johns Brown's Hospital because it was the only hospital that treated blacks at the time. So the doctors there, because you guys know the history of like medicine with black people,
Yes.
whatever. So they took her stuff without consent, and then they started studying and replicating it and doing all this other shit. And so,
The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. That's the book.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I've read it. I've read it twice, literally, because of how much I truly love the story. Because in the book, this woman comes back and she's basically the one that informs the family, and they're literally living still like in the deep South in a shack type situation. And she's the one who comes back to the family and lets them know, like, hey, like, by the way, like HeLa cells, that's your mom. Like, that's Henrietta Lacks. Like, that's what they named the cells. And basically the cells helped
create the polio vaccine,
Yep.
the COVID vaccine. It's a bunch of different treatments that use those cells to be able to like produce those vaccines.
So is this a real
And
person or
she's-
not?
Yeah, it is.
It's not a real person, but it's still her. So basically, her cells are still alive, and they duplicate and they multiply so well that there's literally millions of HeLa cells. Okay, that's typically like one of the first like base level cells that you can buy,
And
that
they-
scientists can buy to be able to test on.
And because they multiply so quickly,
Dumbass.
and because they multiply so quickly, and because they're considered immortal, they can just keep going with it no matter what, even though this person died in 1951.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had this follow-up question, but he called me a dumbass, so I don't want to ask it anymore.
I'm like, no, ask it because
Okay.
that storyline is actually very
I'm
interesting.
still a little bit confused on your answer.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a real person or not.
Yeah,
No,
so
Henrietta
And-
Lacks was
okay,
a real
wait,
person.
And is that her name?
yes.
Henrietta Lacks, yes.
Yes.
Damn.
But they named
He
they
looked
named
over
her
and said,
cells.
"Is this a real person?"
HeLa because it's HE from
What he say?
it's a real person. Oh yeah,
He
they
just
named them
looked over
HeLa
at you guys
cells.
and goes, "Is this even a real person,
You know.
bro?" Like, yo, you.
Her
so
name is
confused.
Henrietta Lacks, and they named them HeLa cells from HE from Henrietta, LA from Lax.
Yeah.
So HeLa cells.
Healer. Yeah.
And it was
Gotcha.
literally the doctor
Yeah.
who took the biopsy from her that realized, like, and she was the first person who was realized to have immortal cells. Like, they multiply on their own. I'm trying to figure out, like, a good
Also,
analogy
is she the
of, like,
only person that has these kinds of cells?
no, not long,
So
not
why
any
don't-
longer. But back then in the early 1940s or mid 1940s, when she got diagnosed to the 1951 when
She
she
was.
passed, she was the only
You know what
one.
that is? That's the beginning of X-Men.
That's what I said.
Like, the
Yeah.
big controversy was that the doctor was selling off the cells, and like her family wasn't getting any sort of compensation for it. So when the author of the book came back, she literally told them the whole story of everything, because she literally, her cells are the reason why they had a polio vaccine. And if you know, polio was that whole big ass thing back
If
in
you know, you know.
whenever. Now you freaking know. But she helped like the family fight for like rights for the cells and this and the third and blah blah blah, so they can get like accurate compensation.
That's
like,
some shit. Imagine like just being used as a fucking science experiment.
You want to donate your body to science when you die?
I
No.
did. Sorry.
You
I
did?
do. I did.
Oh.
I was about to say you died, bro. What
No,
the fuck, bro?
No,
Like,
but on like
she
you
already
can,
did.
yeah, like
She
on my
already did.
will, I have, like, if they find anything, I'm allowing them to use my body for whatever science experience. That I'm gonna be dead already. What the fuck they gonna do? I'm gonna rot underneath the fucking ground.
Cece's gonna be watching it, just like, ooh.
It's like, yo,
10 out
imagine
of
they
10
put her-
recommend for you to read the book though, because
Yeah.
that book is it's a very 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 good book.
I don't know. Bro, I'm scared to be a fucking organ donor.
Oh yeah, I was an organ donor,
one-
but I took it off.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't
Yeah,
put it
no,
on
I
your
took it off.
license, but I would put it like, if you want to leave it in your will, you should leave it in your will.
Well, yeah. So I agreed. I agree with that. Don't put it on your license. Put it on your will, because it sucks to say this, and
Yeah.
I know this from the grapevines of people that I know. But there's some doctors out there that do try to play God, and when they see your information and they see that you're an organ donor on your license,
yeah, it'd be like off them, ice them,
I'm not saying that they're not gonna help you.
send them to the basement.
I'm not saying that they're not gonna help you, but
But you gonna be swimming with the fishes.
But yeah, and there's also been an alleged history of people of color and black people being, like you said, not being taken care of the way that they're supposed to, because they know that they have a certain kidney, heart, whatever the case may be, and they let them so that they can use it on somebody else.
yep.
I don't know. I would donate my body to science, but I would donate it to the bodies exhibit. Put me in one of those funky ass poses.
How mad you be? You donate yourself to science, they give you to a taxidermist.
So okay, I'm
Yo, bro,
I,
give me somebody else's face or something.
hear me out, and this is gonna be a little bit of exposing, but what it is, what it is.
I'm
hear
here
me
for it. I'm here for the cheese man.
So the reason why in my will, it actually specifies it too.
Am I?
The reason why I would donate my body to science is to help people or help scientists understand incest, because my grandparents on my father's side are first cousins.
Shoo.
Grandparents.
I thought that
Wait,
was gonna take a
wait,
different
wait,
turn,
wait.
girl. Bro, I was about to be like,
Yeah.
Cece, what?
I thought you was gonna tell me you like from North Virginia or some shit. I was about to
So
say,
my-
whoa.
So my father's parents are actual first cousins. They're blood first cousins. Like their brother, like their parents were brother and
They
sister.
was at the cookout. He looked at her and said,
That-
"Damn,
okay.
Stacy,
So I
I ain't seen you
would,
since the last cookout."
So if
since
my
just
body
yesterday.
can help, in the future for people with like incest, and their ancestries,
They was getting crazy at
like
grandma's
with
house.
genetics and stuff like that. Like if my body can help with genetics,
Does anybody in your family have the Habsburg jaw? If they're like inbred?
No,
You know what that is?
that first of all, that's only that's first of all, that's crazy, because I
What's
was
that?
also just thinking about that. So
it's a family down south.
No.
no.
Is it
Wait,
south?
No, there's-
wait.
Oh, sorry.
Royalty.
Whoa.
Oh, that's crazy, because I know a couple
Listen.
people that look like that, girl.
I know that's crazy.
Barlow's.
Listen. Incest, while a quite taboo topic
Yo, that's
in
crazy.
2025.
I'm sorry. Repeat all of that.
Incest, while quite a taboo topic in 2025, needed to be taught to the society that incest was wrong, because people were fucking and sucking their brothers and sisters and moms and dads for centuries. So royal families would keep things within the family to keep bloodlines royal and pure. So there was a time in ancient British, not one of the ancient, but like old British times where
Yo, homie on
they
the
had
left, yo, that
inbred.
nose.
They had inbred so much that they had a Habsburg jaw, which is like an overextension of their lower jaw. It would be like it's not an overbite, underbite.
Underbite. Yeah.
Underbite, like a severe underbite, also affected like their sinuses, shape of their nose, all that. They had like trouble breathing, trouble eating, a whole bunch of other stuff.
So anybody else see with an underbite,
they sandwich in one bite.
incested?
They're not incested, but
it could be like
this is one of the
man's
more
got a lot of his
prominent
mind.
examples
Yo.
of royal incest and royal inbreeding.
You know, you hit me with that. It looks like Barlow's. It really does.
Yo, it really does. Yo, it really does.
Don't worry, Barlos. I got your back. You know who you look like? I've been sitting on this one for a while now.
What's up?
Rasputin.
Screaming. Also, you have to remember that these paintings were made to make them look more favorable than what they were. So they probably also looked worse than what they did in these paintings. Because first of all, if you're paying somebody to literally draw a portrait of you, they're obviously gonna draw and paint the most beautiful version of you, no matter what it is.
Rasputin. That's crazy. Hold on.
Rah, Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen.
Stop playing with me, you heard?
Shit.
We outside with it.
Oh shit.
yo, that is hilarious.
Gregory
That's funny.
Rasputin.
Lover of the Russian queen.
Well, you know why though, right?
Why is he the lover of the Russian
He had
queen?
a hog, bro.
Yeah.
That's why we look
You
alike.
didn't hear the song?
I never paid attention to the lyrics.
I'm screaming. Bonnie M. No, they literally told the whole story about him. He was
Boney.
the lover of the Russian queen. He had a big ass, and
Big ass.
I see you, twin.
they
I see you.
also they tried
Wait,
like
he had a big ass what?
he had a big
And they made a song. Like they made a song about it.
because they tried multiple different ways to try to kill him, and the nigga
And they
was
couldn't
like
'cause he was-
unkillable. No, yeah,
Hey.
his dick
No,
was
yes.
so big
That's
You know
my
what's even
twin.
crazier?
That's my
You know
twin.
what's even crazier?
What?
Kids dance to that song on Just Dance.
Oh god.
Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen.
Hold on, I gotta look up the lyrics now. Hold on.
Yeah, you should please, because I'll sing it.
No, you can't sing it. Who does not know the song? You sing it.
No.
Hold on. No, yeah, you gotta sing it.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, no.
You know how it
However you-
goes. You know how it goes. Come on, she just sang
However
it.
you thought it was gonna be.
No,
Ready?
thank you.
Ready?
No.
Go.
I'm not doing it.
Do it.
Come on.
I'm not doing
Do
it.
it.
If she doesn't do it, can I do it?
No, you know the song.
Give her a beat though.
No, I'm not
Okay.
doing it. I said I'm not doing it. I'm not
That's
doing
the
it.
tempo too.
There lived a man in
I
Russia.
can't
long
even
ago.
hear
He was
anything.
big and strong, and his eyes is flaming glow.
That's fucking Grayson.
Ready?
That was him, bro. I thought it was him.
Ready? Take
But the
over.
Moscow
I
chicks,
can't hear
you must have
anything.
such a lovely dear.
Wait,
Take
you gotta plug her
over,
back
go.
in. Hold on, you gotta plug her back in. She can't hear anything.
No, so
He
you
can
guys
preach
banging on the thing. I
Bible
can't hear
like a
anything.
preacher,
Okay,
full
there
of
we go.
ecstasy and fire. But he also was kind of like a teacher. Woman would desire. Hey, hey, hey,
She remembers the
Hey.
dance.
hey, hey, hey. And it does that long. There's a lot of haze there.
Then you go.
No.
Oh, chorus.
Go.
Wait, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I going?
One. Verse
Chorus,
two. Go.
Rasputin.
Lover of
That's
the
the Russian queen.
There was a cat that
Really was gone. Hey.
Rasputin,
No, Gracie,
lover
gotta let him
of
sing.
the love machine. It was a shame how he carried on.
Let's sing the second verse.
I'm good. It's your turn, gang. It's your turn. I'll say it.
He ruled the Russian land and never mind the Tsar.
That's the czar.
But the sister,
But what the fuck?
That's really wonderbar.
Ray, shut up, please. This is my time to shine.
Where's Simon, yo?
But he was real great when he had a good
Oh,
squeeze
shit.
for
Wait,
the
where
queen.
the fuck do you see that?
He was no realer dealer.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck he's
What the
reading.
realer
I don't know what
dealer?
he's.
What?
A wheeler dealer.
He was
Like
on-
like the people at the
This man
casino?
sold wheels.
No.
You ever watch
But
Wheel
he
of
was
Fortune?
Real great.
Yeah.
No, wait, what? Sorry. What,
Oh,
what
he was
it?
the house.
For the queen, he was no
the
wheeler
wheel
dealer.
The one.
Yeah, the house. Huh?
For the queen, he was no wheeler dealer.
Huh?
Damn, they actually touched on a lot of like the historic.
No, they did. If you go to the end, it tells more of his story.
Yo, so I've never.
But when he was drinking and lusting and his hunger for power became known to more and more people, the demands to do something about this outrageous man became louder and louder. And then it goes to the end where like they try to kill him.
Gotta go. Declared his enemies. The lady's bag. Don't you try to do it, please.
No, that rap you've seen a lot of hidden charms. Then one night, some of the men of higher standing set a trap. They're not to blame. Come to visit us, this camp demanding, and he really came. Go down to next.
There's no more.
That was probably like a double standard. I mean, a double meaning.
No, but the lyrics are actually like historically accurate.
You know what else has
Oh no! It is the last chorus because they say rah rah Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. They put some poison into his wine. Rah rah Rasputin, lover of Russia's greatest love machine.
They call that nigga Rousin.
He drank it all and said he was fine because that was the thing. They poisoned his wine and he said he was fine. Then he was rah rah Rasputin, brother Rasputin. They didn't quit. They wanted his head.
Imagine they put in a dude next to him,
And
bro,
then they
and he
shot
just.
him until he was dead.
Yeah, no. So
That was a big thing.
that
They
happened.
hated him so much that they put poison into his wine. He drank that shit and he was like, "Yo, I'm ballad. Like I'm really great." They literally started beating his ass and then they shot him until he was dead.
No, they shot him and they realized he wasn't dead. Then they threw him into the river, and that's where he died.
That's not part of the song.
Yeah, dude, they tried like 3 different ways to kill him, and the guy just wouldn't die.
Bowdy, you just
Yeah, yo,
untouchable.
shout out Twin, you heard? Shout out, yo. I'm gonna ride for you, dog. I'm gonna find them.
Rasputin.
Nah, hell no. I ain't going to Russia finding his ops. I ain't fucking with them over there. You crazy as hell.
I mean, yeah.
Crazy as hell. The moment I get off the plane,
You
see
know,
one
I
dude in a
think the
fucking
biggest
Nike
ops in our
jumpsuit. I'm coming
history of
back.
America
What?
had to be Japan.
What?
Wait, what?
The biggest op in the history of America has to be Japan.
You think so?
I think, bro, them motherfuckers were killing themselves to kill us, right? It got
Yo,
so
for
bad.
real.
It got so
For
bad.
real.
It got so bad that a group of motherfuckers that didn't like each other to begin with all sat down and was like, we can all agree on one thing. These motherfuckers don't deserve an army.
That's a good point.
I don't know. They attacked Pearl Harbor. We showed them what the sun looks like up close.
Oh my god.
The fighting sun. That's what their flag is called, right?
I don't know what time of day it was, but when we dropped that bomb, it was definitely daytime. Yeah? All right. Let me stop before we get fucking canceled, yo.
You think they heard the boom?
You know that
Yeah.
they say
America.
that because of that. That's why.
Fly high.
Really?
Freedom.
The fuck is a kilometer, my guy? Jesus. Continue.
They say that because of like Pearl Harbor and stuff like that. Number one, a lot of I can't remember that like a lot of Japanese things either have a lot of Big Bang stuff or they don't have a lot of Big Bang stuff on purpose because of the Pearl Harbor situation. But also that I always call it like still life anime, but it's not that. It's like that everyday life anime that's like, you know, nothing really is happening, but like that anime like oh my
Studio
god.
Ghibli type shit.
Yeah, that Studio Ghibli. My favorite one is Kotaro Lives Alone.
Oh, I love that one.
I don't know what that is.
So much.
I love
Kotaro Lives
that
Alone is
one.
literally about the. It's heartbreaking,
It's
but
really
so cute
good,
at the same
yo.
time. It's about this like little kid. I think he's like kindergarten, first grade, or something like that. And he lives alone, and but it's like it's nothing special
That's pretty
happens.
self-fucking-explanatory, all right?
Literally, but like it's nothing special happens, but it's just like, you know, a day to day, like it's one of those like
It's his
day to day
life.
life animes, and they say that because of the Pearl Harbor and stuff like that, that's why animes like that in Japan are so popular, because it's like they don't need a big thing to happen, you know what I mean? Like they enjoy the simplicity of just enjoying day to day
Day-to-day
life.
life.
Yeah, all I know is we dropped the sun and they was like, yo, you know what? I don't think I want to beef with y'all anymore.
Terrible.
I got it.
You know what's still radioactive?
It didn't happen. It didn't go down like that in Vietnam though. Them Vietnams, they definitely beat the shit out of us.
Yeah.
I really,
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got that one. We about 106
That
to
was the
1
one that
right
we were
now. All right,
supposed
that's
to
our
be in,
our
right?
record.
That was the one that we were down there for no
No,
reason.
but another thing I learned this week was there was this lady named G.I. something or
G.I.
whatever.
Joe.
No.
G.I. Jane.
So they played the psychological game. They would play shit over the radio to tell them, it's like, oh, your country doesn't care about you. And these soldiers started believing this shit because they used to see their friends dying. It's like they don't care about you. They're just throwing you out there. They're making sure that you're dying because they don't care about you in America. So they're just sending all the black people over here to die or whatever. And they played the psychological game. And that's why a lot of them just ended up, deserting, getting killed, doing a bunch of other shit. Vietnam is like a really fucked up war.
There's
Yeah, there was a lot of
yeah.
psychological warfare going on there.
Let me see if I can
there's
find
just-
it.
But they also like were playing around with like the hertz and stuff like that and the level of the frequencies
Yes.
because one of the big things that I learned about recently was that Hitler's propaganda was sent out at a certain frequency,
at
which is like
44,000 hertz.
44,000 hertz because that's the most influencing hertz and frequency, that when you hear things at that frequency, like it gets embedded into your brain. Like people, and it's so much so that like people to this day will try to drop their music in a different frequency and hertz, and like they won't, like the studios won't allow them to, because there's a certain like range of frequency of hertz that when people listen to it, it grabs onto their brain and will not, like, it gets stuck in there.
Yeah. So this
That's
is
fucking
Yeah,
interesting.
so this is
Yeah.
the lady. So when you like, if you guys are interested in looking it up, they called her Hanoi Hannah. So this lady, she was one of the few Vietnamese people that could speak English. She was on the radio waves every night, and the soldiers started having nightmares with her voice in the background, because that's how, crazy and demented the psychological warfare was.
And she was the one that was on the mic saying, "Oh, they hate you. They don't
like you."
care
Yeah.
about you."
Yeah. Dude.
Imagine that. Imagine you just trying to sleep and somebody just hacks your.
No. Imagine
thing.
being in another country, not speaking the language, killing other people. You already have all that shit fucking you up, and then to hear this person saying you're worth nothing, your country doesn't care about you, and all
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm
other
saying.
But
Like,
the
imagine
thing
you
is, how
trying
are
to
you
sleep
get
and
paid to say shit like that too, though?
shit. It's war.
Because you're in another country. Like
Yeah.
the thing that we
It's wartime.
as Americans truly don't understand is that the thing that as Americans that we truly don't understand is that we, at least very least in our lifetime, like, I don't even know when the last war was fought on American land. We don't have wars that are fought in our land. We don't have to evacuate our homes. We don't have to change our radio frequencies. We like our day-to-day life. Like,
And the
we
reason for
miss
the-
people because
Yeah.
like they will take our people and ship them off somewhere else. But we don't experience war in our land. You imagine we're trying to like evacuate the fucking Hudson River because there's like people fucking with their fucking Navy ships. It's like
Yeah,
they
look what-
don't do that.
Yo, look what happened with 9/11. They attacked us on our land. We went straight to Iraq.
Straight to Iraq.
Straight to Iraq. We ain't playing no games. That same night.
That's true. That is.
We
very
also
true.
don't have the landscape or any sort of like infrastructure to ever support war in our land. If there was ever war in the United States, it would have to be fought in the Midwest to the West Coast, because
Get
the
outta
East
here.
Coast, where do we have free open land
No,
to
we have
fight?
the most
No.
population. The most population.
That's why they'll murk
is
us.
on
Yeah.
the East Coast.
Nobody fights wars in open fields anymore. Everything is urban
Wait,
warfare.
what the hell you think they say? You think there's a field and we're looking at each other from a trench, bro?
Yeah. March.
Yeah, right? You think we're the redcoats, bro? Like,
Yo, imagine
what
like
the
going
fuck?
to war
Drums and
now.
shit.
Yo, they won't make it through.
You think the
Patterson.
Army baseball
They won't
team is
make it
coming
through
with us?
Patterson.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
It's
Americans
like,
playing the chooches in the back. Just
if they're gonna attack us, they would have to go from the West Coast to the East, because if they start on the East Coast, bro,
No, hell no. Do you know like all the
No.
Kendricks people would be like, "Sup, cuh?"
New Jersey is the most densely populated state.
That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't make it even through Patterson, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. Is
No,
that
no,
if
no,
they
no,
were,
no,
that,
no,
but
no.
I
You
agree
know
with
what you both are
if they were
forgetting?
to
Let's
attack,
be
they have
realistic
to
here.
go
You know
from
what
the
you
west
both
to
are
the
forgetting?
east.
You know what you both are forgetting? You guys are forgetting bombs and planes exist. That's the fucking
Yeah, no,
problem.
I was just about
They
to
need to
say-
get past our Navy first and our like
that's true.
our
And our Coast
our
Guards and
Navy
stuff
is
like that.
literally is one of the strongest navies in the fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
For that reason, that's another reason why we don't have no wars over here in the U.S. Shout out America. Yeah, dude. Like, so your plane has to be able to get past over the ocean and like past our Navy, which I think most of our Navy sits in the Atlantic.
Yeah,
I do think we have a good amount in the Pacific for that. You know, the Pacific is a big ass fucking ocean.
OD.
But we got them more chilling in like, I'm pretty sure they're like chilling in Hawaii and Guam because that's really our only like islands
Yeah,
that we
would be
own
more
out there,
susceptible
and they're
for-
halfway from everything.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
You know, so
Navy is the strongest, and Air Force is the, because after that is air. It's air fucking fair.
no,
Space
if I'm not
Force.
mistaken, I think it's the Navy and then the Marines.
Marines, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. The Marines don't play.
Yeah, Marines don't play, but you know
Yeah,
who
that's
really
okay.
doesn't play? Special Forces.
Ah,
There
Yeah.
aren't that
Forces.
many. Like not to
There's
be able to.
no,
like,
absolutely not. But that's
Yeah,
why they don't
no.
play. Delta Force. There's only like 7 people on that team, bro.
You know, there's an army.
And
in
those 7
France.
people will literally like.
Lethal.
Yeah, the
lethal.
motherfuckers probably watching us if they wanted to right now. If we were really on their
They
list,
do
bro.
watch us every Monday at 10.
My guy.
I guarantee because we're gonna be flagged in their system, they're gonna listen to us.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. It probably pops up like, oh, Delta Force was mentioned here.
They're gonna be like, damn, that girl fine as hell.
Hey.
She's pregnant,
my boy. Damn. So what are some of the
It was a
other
shot
ones?
to
No,
you.
it wasn't. It was
What
not
are,
to
what are
you.
some of the other special forces,
You
yo?
know, in France, they have, I don't know if this is a
Navy
special
SEALs.
force. I call it a special
Yeah,
force
Navy
because
SEAls.
it makes sense.
Green Berets.
But like,
The Green Berets.
either one of us can go down here and knock on some doors and give us our passport, like give up our passport, and become like a French citizen after serving in this army.
Oh yes, I did hear about
The
that.
French
But
something.
who wants to fight for the French, bro?
Yeah.
If I have to get away,
Not
that's what I'm doing.
to France.
If I have to get away, like, yo, I have to get out this country, like, I have to get out.
The fuck did you do,
That's what I'm
Lucci?
doing.
Yo, you know what you have to do to become a citizen in Monaco?
I really want to know.
Be
You have to
butt
have like
naked?
$10 million or some shit.
The only thing you have to do to become a legal citizen of Monaco, you need to put $500,000 in one of their banks, and you need to own a property. That's it.
Where the fuck you get 500,000?
It's Monaco. A lot of people have 500,000.
What's the dollar to Monaco money?
I don't fucking know,
Hold on, let's see. What's a Monaco money? Dollar.
but I'm pretty
to
sure it's 500,000 in USD.
Monaco currency. Let's see. So 80.
Yeah, use euros.
Oh, they
no.
use euros.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's no way in hell I'm getting. Yeah, no.
Bro, I'd go to.
Well, I don't know if you know what Monaco is.
$1
Monaco's one of the richest
$1
countries. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
it's
88 euros.
you know one of my
Well, 88 cents,
favorite like
whatever that
tism
was.
countries that I'd be obsessed with is Montenegro.
Montenegro.
Yeah, it's a small little. I want to say it's a small
Because it's
little
a
island.
verb.
If not,
That's why. It's
if
like
not, it's like a small. It's like one of those like sliver countries. But there's not a lot of people from it. They speak like their own language. It is like just one of those gorgeous European countries I want to go to so bad.
They say the entire country of Monaco could fit in Central Park.
Because all it
You
is
know
just
what
a harbor.
my recent spin was? Denver International Airport.
Oh, the conspiracy.
Have you heard of it?
No, talk to me.
Bro, Bowdy, please look it up because when I tell you that next episode, you will be fucking spinning.
Yes,
the
no.
Denver International
Next
Airport.
episode, I'm gonna come in here all fucked up, cigarette in my mouth, like, guys, oh my god.
Bro, when I tell you for real, the Denver International Airport started off as a $2 billion budget project, ended up reaching $4 billion. The International Airport of Denver is bigger than Miami, Paris, Manhattan. The fucking cities. The Denver International Airport is bigger than Miami, Paris, and the entire island of Miami.
Can I see an aerial shot of this?
Yeah.
As soon as you walk in, first of all, it's low key in the shape of a. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
How the fuck you get from one side to the other?
Number one,
No, I mean you gotta.
with there's like a whole bunch of
Trains and
shuttles and shit like that. There's
You been there?
yeah, because I went to Colorado.
Fire.
Bro, listen. When you pull up, there's a giant stallion statue
Right there.
with a blue stallion statue with red eyes. Oye, the creator of that statue, part of the statue fell on the creator, which later led to the death of the creator.
How many days?
There were so many architects. Listen. There's so many architects that were hired for the project of the Denver International Airport that there's not one singular person who knows the entire layout of the airport. They built buildings and sections in incorrect places, and instead of taking it down, they buried it and built shit on top of it. There's conspiracies of entire mole cities, mole people, an entire civilization that lives
There's
underneath
like a whole city underneath the airport.
the airport of Denver.
Is there?
I'm gonna get
restaurant?
so lost tonight, bro.
I need you to listen to this one more time. The Denver International Airport is bigger than the city of Miami, the city of Manhattan, and the city of Paris, France. The International Denver Airport, bro.
That's it.
It will
Yeah.
fucking spin you.
Put that on the big screen.
Spin you. If you don't get dropped off or picked up in the right spot, it's over with.
Yeah. So the thing is that they didn't even have traffic like that to come out of Denver to build an international airport that big?
Big facts, because originally they had a separate.
all right.
No, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
They had a separate international airport, and for whatever reason, instead of being like, oh, like it's like they had a Newark. Instead of being like, oh yeah, we're gonna upgrade Newark, they were like, fuck it, scrap Newark. We're just gonna build an entire new airport, which did not make and does not make sense for the landscape of Colorado. Like it genuinely did not make sense. But they scrapped their first the whole international airport that they had originally, scrapped it, buried it. I don't know what the fuck they did with it. And they built this instead. $2 billion budget that bumped up to $4 billion. It was a $2 billion project. Who needs that much money in the middle of fucking airport? Wait,
here?
and that's even no. Thank you. Sorry. Yes, because that's the next part. Not only is it
She's on a
twice,
fucking roll, bro.
I am.
Dude, it's
not
a
only
big
is it
wormhole,
twice the budget, the
Artwork.
artwork inside of the Denver International Airport is insane. It's supposed to be like world peace inducing, but it's literally a whole bunch of military stuff, stuff on fire. There's like a Nazi style.
There's a lot of post-apocalyptic artwork.
Yeah,
that's,
it's like the
around.
whole thing gives you like post-apocalyptic vibes. It is wild. This one, on the lower left-hand side, from the no, not the above that.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's like shit like this
All over the airport.
all over
the airport.
What's that?
It's supposed to be like a world peace situation, but there's burning buildings in the back. There's kids in distress in the front. There's a minotaur in the corner. It's
There's
very.
like it look like a demon on the bottom holding a dead
Look,
child.
There's
Look, there's a
like
dead
a there's
kid.
like a
Yeah.
Nazi one that also that's like a Nazi inspired portrait also there. Like
What the fuck?
it's bro.
Yo, Bowdy's about to go into this
Yeah,
deep.
no,
Bowdy,
yeah, dude.
I need you
gonna-
to dip
Okay,
deep
okay.
dive on
I'm
it.
gonna come back next week with some facts like, yo, y'all don't even know, bro.
Bowdy,
I saw the mole people myself, bro.
So look
Bro,
at this
I'm
shit. Look at
telling
this
you,
shit.
they
With
literally
the
had-
lights,
Yeah,
with-
yeah.
Look with the lights.
How big is that statue? Huge?
I don't know, but like, look.
Oh no, it's
Just-
massive. It's
Massive?
massive.
Yeah.
It's massive. But
Yeah,
it's
but-
literally a blue stallion with red beaded eyes.
Yeah,
When the sculptor was building it, I believe it was the head that fell on him. He did not die like at the time, but the complications from that led to his death.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
So
crazy.
So on that note, Bowdy, you have homework to do. You have homework to do because we're gonna talk about more conspiracies next episode. How about that?
Ooh, next episode, conspiracy episode. Ooh,
Yes.
ooh.
I think it's that one, the one with the one more. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's one that I showed before.
What's that
Okay,
one?
bet.
So this one shows like a mom crying, a line of people. There's people hiding or whatever, and the one soldier holding.
Oh,
With the gas mask.
yeah.
Hold on, right there.
Oh, that's fucked up, yo.
Yeah, and then
Bro,
they
when
put
I
the
tell you it
dove-
gives
What
you
the fuck
creep
they doing
vibes,
over there in Denver, yo? They
it gives you
wildin'.
full on creep vibes when you're in there, and I buy like when you. It is the most eerie thing to see the stallion because like there's underlights to it, so it's obviously like underlit, and it's just bro red, piercing red eyes,
They even have gargoyles.
and I'm
around
like,
there.
bro, yes. When I tell you that shit spun me, I was like, I'm low-key scared and I really want to leave.
Yeah. So Bowdy, homework? Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next episode,
Bro.
conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, there's conspiracies that there's like mole people living underneath. There's conspiracies that they really truly built this as like a
Shelter.
post-apocalyptic shelter, so that when shit goes down, there'll be like a good amount of people that will be able to head over to the Denver International Airport and like find
Not
refuge.
a good amount of people with money.
Yes, yeah.
They've
Because
already-
when you walk in, like there's still construction and shit going on. Like I can't tell you that like I walked in and I was like, oh, it was like I lit like it doesn't feel like it's that big and there's that much stuff. It does not make sense. Like truly
Interesting.
whatsoever.
But
Like
it is.
but there is, and it really spins you. Like it's so big.
All right, guys.
And the signs and everything are like, and the murals are really, I'm so sorry. Like it really just, it genuinely spins you. Like it's so much. Look it up and we'll talk about it next episode.
You gotta take a drink for every time Grace said it. It'll spin to you, bro.
Cause it will.
All right, guys. Next week, we're gonna do. Well, Bowdy's gonna do some homework on that. We're gonna have a conspiracy talk, and we're gonna see how this goes. On that note,
Look it up too, because I know that you're gonna.
Oh yeah, absolutely. On that note, you
Lucci, don't look up anything. Be surprised when you're walking.
I was gonna forget about it when I got home.
You can follow the Rebel Rousing page on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Rebel Rousing Official. YouTube is just Rebel Rousing. You can follow me at Never.Satisfied Official. You can follow Miss Grace.
Miss Grace. You can follow me on TikTok at Braceface Grace and on Twitter. No, what's the other one? TikTok and Twitter at Grace Annette.
You can follow Mr.
And
Bowdy.
you can follow
Mr. Bowdy.
My name Bowdy. You can follow me on IG, GoTechNJ, greatest mobile mechanic in the tri-state.
You're a mechanic?
I try. I dabble.
Like, comment.
Dabble, you feel me?
Comment. Like, comment.
Hold on. Can I get the damn, bro?
No, because he was about to pass it to Lucci.
I was going to say it regardless.
I
Don't forget to
would've
like,
said
comment, surprise. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because I'm going to get fucking yelled at if you
Don't
don't.
forget to like, comment, surprise.
Yeah, right? I'm going to get surprise smacked if you don't. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Adios.
Hi,
Bald Ariel.
I'm Lucci.
you
Follow
didn't
me,
do it.
Lucci_King Tut. Like always, I am Ariel.
And you're bald.
Stop.
My boy
that-
I'm
shit.
self-conscious about
On that
that.
note, peace out, guys.
Bye.
Keep the matches tight, everybody.
Wait, we still got 16 seconds to say something. Oh no, never mind.
Keep
Bye.
that asshole tight. Keep that pussy tight. Keep that asshole clenched.
That's your line.
All right.
Wait, what is a shabooti?
You guys ready?
Yes, do the thingy.
Do the thing?
Do the thing. Nope. it has to be-
Action. No, let me stop. I was being extra. Go ahead.
I can't fucking stand him.
Sit down.
I hate that fucking
I'm sorry,
joke. The
I'm
amount of
sorry.
times I hear that joke is annoying.
I'm waiting. I had no idea.
For some people, but for like a person like me, a supernatural freak.
What the fuck does that mean?
Depends how hard I hug you, how tight I hug you. You feel me?
Are you ready?
Oh, you know what I learned the other day? I don't know if I said it on here, but I'm gonna say it again. If regardless, bro, the coolest thing ever. You know the news is like an acronym.
No shit. Yeah, you did
Blew
bring it
my
up.
fucking
Bro, and he
mind.
learned it from me while we were smoking weed, bro.
Yeah,
Blew
it's
my fucking mind.
yeah, it's
does news
Notable
stand
events,
for?
weather, and sports.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jerry!
Wow, it keeps going.
It keeps going. It keeps going.
I recorded it.
Oh, shit. That reaction must have been great. All right.
It keeps going was wild.